Hello friends, my name is Hamid. Today we have this Whirlpool range. The customer's complaint is that she got some sparks there on the corner. She saw sparks and lightning there. So she's a smart, she already knew that the bake element is broken on it. When she called me and she said, I have a Whirlpool stove, I think the element is broken on it. So I came with a brand new element here. As you can see, it's installed. And the broken one is this one. See the way it's broken here? When this bake element breaks and explodes, I'm gonna give you a trick here. If you're a technician watching my video, you will always remember this. If you're a homeowner, you can also get benefit from this video. If the bake element explodes towards the upper side, from here, not from the lower part. So this is the lower part, this is the top part. If you ever see it as exploding from the back like this, usually it shoots the ground. When this part of the element shoots the ground, it's the bottom part of the see in that corner, it has shorted there. When that happens, it actually damages this main control board relay at the back, because anytime something shoots the ground, it backfires and damages something. So I replaced the bake element. I already told the customer there's possibility that the control board might be the problem. I installed the bake element. My connections are okay at the back. I double check my connection, electrical wires, everything seems okay, but I still have no heat coming here. To confirm it, I'm also getting 240 volts coming into the stove, because if you look at the top element, they're glowing red. Anytime these top elements are glowing red, that means we are getting proper voltage coming to the stove. So today, see, it has been running for 5-6 minutes now. There's no bake element that's gonna glow red or something happens to it. So I'm gonna turn it off now. Within 6-7 minutes, it reached about 150 degrees. But today I'm gonna show you a trick how to possibly repair this control board on this unit. When this happens, if you replace your bake element and you still get no power coming into it, the reason I did not put that this is a hidden bake element. The reason I didn't put this cover back in, because I wanted to see the bake element, if it's glowing red or if it's coming on or not. So obviously we have problem with the main control board. The element is not coming on. The other good part here is that the customer has these sliders. I do not have to worry about flooring. I can just pull it out easily and get to the back of it. So I'll pull it out. If within 5 minutes you do not see the bake element glowing red or orange, that means your control board is broken and you have to pull the oven out to follow my trick. Okay, so we're gonna get to the back of the oven, unplug it, and we are gonna open these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 screws on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all Robertson screws. I have removed all the screws except this one. After removal of the last screw, we are gonna remove this panel, hold it, just push it down and keep it on the side somewhere. Once the back panel is removed, these are all the relays on the control board. So double line relay is this one. We have convection element relay, the broil element relay, and then of course we have the bake element relay. So at the moment, the only part that's not working is the bake element, and this is the bake element relay. And if you look at it closely here, you will actually see there's a sign that says bake. See that bake element relay. This is the broil. See that broil? Double line relay, and of course convection relays here too. So what we are going to do is we need one of our screwdrivers, something like this, and what we are going to do is We're gonna tap at the back of this relay. If you do it on all of them, it's better, but I would just tap on the big relay a couple of times like this. That's all you want to do. And then you plug in your stove back in. Just be careful, you do not have to put the back panel on. Just be careful to not touch anything. And then get to the front of the stove and then start bake element again. And we are gonna keep eye on it and see how it goes. This is the last trick you can do before you replace the control board, because the control boards are $350 to $380 or a little bit less or more. If you can do only this trick, that will save the whole control board. I've done it in the past. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but let's hope that it will also work this time. I'm gonna give it some time. So after tapping on the relay to reset the relay on the control board, unfortunately it's still not working. It has been 3-4 minutes. Just to make sure I'm on the safe side and I didn't make any mistake, by plugging the electrical wires into the back here. Just for fun, I'm gonna disconnect them. I'm gonna remove this panel from the back and double check my wires, because it's important and it's possible that sometime as a homeowner or technician you get distracted and you forget to add the wires back in. We're gonna try the reset again and see how it goes. If it didn't work this time, then 100% we know that the control board needs to be replaced. Okay, so we're gonna try it again, 350, and then keep eye on it and see how it goes. If it didn't work for the first time tapping it, you can also try to re-tap it again. There's a good chance it may work. If it didn't, then you know your last option that you really have to replace the main control board here. And in order to replace the correct part, you can get your model and serial number from here. It's YWFE710H0BH0. Cross your fingers.
Okay. I look at it, there are worse things in life, you know, like it's an inconvenience, but
Yeah.
there are worse things in life, so
Okay.
I do.
Yeah. And how old is this unit you said?
You know, I should go get the real. I thought about 9 years
7
old.
to, it's between
But
7
you
to
know
10, yeah.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go grab the. I got the original bill.
Okay. It looks that the unit is also in really good shape. As you can see, the glass, the top glass and the elements and everything. The front looks really beautiful. It looks in really good and clean shape, see? Except I'm happy that I didn't have to bring my slider here to slide the oven out. I have no problem doing that. I'm not lazy, but it's extra to carry on with me, so I have to carry it inside of the customer house. I just like to bring my toolbox and get the job done here. Otherwise, that's not an issue. Hey, I got a good news. Look, customer's not here yet, so she's gonna come and then I'll give her the good news. It's running perfectly beautiful. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook. It's called Hamid Appliances Repair. I know there's a lot of technicians or homeowners that they have done the same thing and they didn't get a good result, or maybe it worked for some time and then it stopped working. But in a case like this is not my first time doing this. I've done over 50 or maybe I would say over dozens of these units with similar issue. that I had to reset the control board by tapping it with a flat screwdriver, and that took care of the problem. And the good part is I never got a call back. I wouldn't say I never got a call back. It's possible, and in our company we got a call back, but as far as I know, I do not remember getting a recall on these units after tapping it like this. And other units, yes, maybe I got a recall, but on these Whirlpool units that I had to reset the control board like this, I've never got a recall back. Worst case, if you get a recall back, you got two options: replace your relay on the control board, or everybody replaces main control board nowadays, and we don't see a lot of guys repairing circuit boards. So your stove is, yeah, it's working.
Oh, 2015, I got the original
Okay.
bill. I thought
Okay.
10, 11 years.
Beautiful. Yeah, so it's good.